Damon, based on what we were talking about during the break, it looks like it's time to break out every sweatshirt, every pair of sweatpants, every pair of boots that you own, because it's going to get really, really cold.
Exactly. I already have 4 layers geared up for when I try to go snowboarding this weekend.
Fingers crossed you can get there.
Exactly, but I'm ready for the cold air, and everybody out there should be as well. Right now, it's not all that bad. It's looking pretty beautiful, as a matter of fact, with the clouds starting to clear out, but you will start to feel, as you go outside, that colder air is just slowly making its way back in, and we're really going to start feeling frigid here soon enough. But for the time being, temperatures have just dropped down to the freezing mark in Hagerstown and a number of locations across the viewing area as we see the last of this storm system head out of here. And there's a good look at that. Again, this storm mostly just produced rainfall because it took so long for that cold air to follow up that precipitation, and it didn't quite catch up. So anytime we saw precip out there, it was mostly in the form of rain, but we did have a little bit of snow ongoing across the South Mountain corridor. Back toward parts of northeastern Maryland was where you saw the best chance for any of that wet snowfall to accumulate. But all in all, it wasn't that bad of an event. And now that frontal boundary is off the East Coast, and we're seeing that precipitation go right with it, and some much clearer skies are filling in behind that. And that also is a signal that we are going to start to turn very cold as northerly winds have kicked up and are going to stay with us from here on out. And there it is again. Temperatures aren't all that bad, just now dropping to the freezing mark along Interstate 81, and we should hold in the 30s for the next few hours through the afternoon. But that much colder air is lingering off to the north, and it's going to be making its way down thanks to these rather breezy northerly winds that have kicked up now at about 10 to 20 miles an hour, and they will continue to throw that much colder air our direction. And let's check this out here, timing it out. I mentioned already that those temperatures are going to just stay in place now the rest of this afternoon, but once we get past sunset around 5 o'clock this evening, that's when the temperatures start to free fall all the way down into the teens by 9 o'clock tonight. And while I don't anticipate as many locations reaching the single digits as what is popping up here, we should still see those lower teens becoming very prevalent for our air temperatures by the start of the morning tomorrow. And with time too, we're not going to warm up at all during the day on Friday, just getting back to near 20 degrees, possibly those middle 20s, and that is it. And then we're due for another cold night with temperatures more easily toward the single digits on Saturday morning. And then you factor in that we'll have that northerly wind still going at times out there. It's going to feel even colder than that. The wind chill is already going to be dropping down near zero by 9 to 10 o'clock tonight. And then waking up tomorrow morning, we could very easily have sub-zero wind chills across a good majority of the viewing area. So just downright bitter cold here over the next 24 to 36 hours as we head on into the weekend. We've had a couple of rounds of cold air already this January, but this one is also going to be quite the Arctic blast. The good news is all of this cold air is going to keep a storm system to our south down to the south, and we're not going to add any sort of additional wintry precipitation over the weekend. Things stay quiet as temperatures moderate a bit into early next week.